Good morning. Ugh. So, this morning is the last bit of section 49. And still the revelation to the Quakers. In these verses, the Lord is talking about meat. And how the Lord should not come in the form of a woman, but in his glory. Alright, so I'm going to just jump right in. Sorry, Alex came banging on my door, waking me up, but anyways, okay, moving on. Okay. I'm going to read a little bit of a quote from Joseph Fielding Smith about woe be unto man that wasteth flesh. It is a grievous sin in the sight of God to kill merely for sport. Such a thing shows a weakness in the spiritual character of the individual. We cannot restore life when it is taken, and all creatures have the right to enjoy life and happiness on the earth where the Lord has placed them. Only for food, and then sparingly, should flesh be eaten, for all life is from God and is eternal. There is more to it, but I do like that part. I just like this part, because sometimes you do forget that all life is eternal, including, the bugs and the animals. I'm not a fan of the animals, but anyways. Alright. But although God has ordained animals for the use of man, he has not sanctioned the order of things under which some have an abundance of food and clothing while others are destitute. Which verse was this? Verses 20. Yeah. But it is not given that one man should possess that which is above another, wherefore the world lieth in sin. And 19 before that, for behold, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the air, and that which cometh of the earth, is ordained for the use of man for food and for raiment, and that he might have in abundance. And I highlighted these two scriptures last night when I was reading, because the earth is created for us to have in abundance. But that's food and raiment, not entertainment and possessions. It's not given that one man should possess that which is above another. Where was I reading? Oh, yeah. Nor must man waste animal life. To kill when not necessary is a sin akin to murder. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beasts. That's Proverbs 12:10. Man has been entrusted with sovereignty over the animal kingdom, that he may learn to govern as God rules, by the power of love and justice, and become fit for his eternal destiny as a ruler of worlds. That thought I thought was interesting. That we are given dominion over the beasts, so that we may learn that here in this life, so that we can rule in the life after. It's an interesting concept, which I've never heard before. And yes, I've never been a fan of animals, and maybe not kind to them, but I wouldn't say serial killer status, but just like, don't touch me, animal, don't touch me. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know. It's an interesting thought, and something to ponder on for me personally. I don't know. Okay. And then, about possessing that which is above another, Joseph F. Smith said, every individual should be in a position to add something to the wealth of the whole. Everyone should be increasing, improving, and advancing in some way. and accomplishing something for his or her good, and for the good of the whole. Then again, it is written that it is not given that one man should possess that which is above another. Of course, there is some allowance to be made for this expression. A man who has ability superior to another man, and who is able to manage and control larger affairs than another, may possess far more than another who is not able to control and manage as much as he. But if they each had what they were capable of managing and using wisely and prudently, they would each have alike. Now, he's not saying that everybody should have everything equal, the end. What he's saying is, for instance, let's take Donald Trump. He's very... No, let's do Jeff Bezos. Okay, let's do Jeff Bezos. He's the richest man in the world right now. Jeff Bezos, he worked very hard. He started his own company. He built it up. Amazon isn't that great right now, but he worked hard to build this company that everybody relies on, basically. He did that. He worked very hard on that. Now, let's say that there's some 21-year-old UPS employee who sits around all day and sleeps all day and barely does anything to contribute to society. Now, Heavenly Father is not saying that Jeff Bezos doesn't deserve what he has and that he should share it equally with this UPS employee. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that this man has the abilities to handle this and this man has the abilities to handle this. If this man had the abilities to handle this, then he would have this. That they would both have what they need if they could manage both. So he's not preaching socialism principles here. He's preaching, or he's teaching that, he who does not work shall not eat. It's in a community of people, of saints, those who don't work, those who don't help, shall not reap the benefits of those who do. Seems fair to me. Alright, and then, verse 25. Zion shall flourish upon the hills and rejoice upon the mountains, and shall be assembled together unto the place which I have appointed. And this is from Wilford Woodruff. On Sunday night, the prophet called on all who held the priesthood to gather into a little log schoolhouse they had there. It was a small house, perhaps 14 feet square, but it held the whole of the priesthood of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who were then in the town of Kirtland, and who had gathered together to go off in Zion's camp. When we got together, the prophet called upon the elders of Israel with him to bear testimony of this work. When they got through, the prophet said, Brethren, I have been very much edified and instructed in your testimonies here tonight. But I want to say to you before the Lord that you know no more concerning the destinies of this church and kingdom than a babe upon its mother's lap. You don't comprehend it. I was rather surprised. He said, It is only a little handful of priesthood you see here tonight, but this church will fill North and South America. It will fill the world. Among other things, he said, it will fill the Rocky Mountains. There will be tens of thousands of Latter-day Saints who will be gathered in the Rocky Mountains, and there they will open the door for the establishing of the gospel among the Lamanites, who will receive the gospel and their endowments and the blessings of God. This people will go into the Rocky Mountains. They will there build temples to the Most High. They will raise up a posterity there. And the Latter-day Saints who dwell in these mountains will stand in the flesh until the coming of the Son of Man. The Son of Man will come to them while in the Rocky Mountains. I name these things because I want to bear testimony before God, angels, and men, that mine eyes behold the day, and have beheld for the last 50 years of my life the fulfillment of that prophecy. And that last little bit was Woodruff speaking. I thought that was not interesting, but kind of cool. Here I am in the Rocky Mountains, fulfilling that prophecy. I don't know how well, but here I am. Okay, so that's the end of 49. Tomorrow we begin 50. Today's Wednesday. Oh my goodness, this week is going by so fast. All right, talk to you later.